Okay. Here's a challenge to any believer theist out there. I honestly want an answer. I really do. I have tried and tried and tried to understand why people cling to these beliefs. I can understand them wanting them to be true, for them wanting there to be a heaven where all their loved ones, except those who don't believe, will be, and they'll be eternally happy. Of course, boring as all hell, since all they have to do is sit around on their knees singing praises to God, and they won't be the same beings any longer, since I can't imagine my parents, my brothers and sisters, being happy in heaven while they know that simply because I couldn't believe in a God or the God they chose or whatever, due to lack of evidence or foundation, that I'm being punished and tortured eternally in a pit of fire and brimstone. I can't believe they would be the same beings any longer, especially when parts of the Bible say that they would actually be joyous in watching the torments dealt upon me. So I have a hard time, while I can try to understand why they would want to hold on to such hope and to think they would see their loved ones again, I cannot understand their actions. I cannot understand their bigotry. I cannot understand their prejudices. I cannot understand their hatreds. I cannot understand their willfully clinging to ignorance. I really can't. One of the things that confounds me, hence this challenge, to just basically answer my question. Because I haven't found it. Of course, it's been a while since I read the whole book, and I can't honestly say I paid 100% attention. I didn't take any notes and anything like that, although I'm trying to start going through it again slowly. But I haven't found anywhere in the Bible that tells mankind to attempt to control the actions of his fellow man. I do know that it says God granted mankind free will so that they could choose how to live their lives on this earth, and that they would be judged at the end of that life by God. I know where God reserves that judgment for himself and commands his followers or believers not to judge. That it's his right and his right alone to cast judgment. I know this God has repeatedly said to kill this type of person or that type of person. You know, if a man lie with a man as he would lie with a woman, then both shall be killed. Of course, he doesn't mention lesbians much. At least not in the way they should be killed, but witches should be killed. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. That means you should be actively seeking out witches and killing them. Otherwise, you are suffering them to live. Everybody wants to say, oh, all that was thrown out with the new covenant. This God of peace and love, even though, according to the Bible, Christ's own words were, he came not to bring peace, but to bring a sword. Also, that he did not come to change the law, not even by the least letter, but rather to fulfill it. That the law would not change until both heaven and earth had disappeared, and all had come to pass. And since he prophesied his own return, the crucifixion was not all coming to pass. And heaven may have disappeared, since it's non-existent to begin with, but the earth hasn't. But what truly confounds me is that these religious people believe that they have to contravene everybody else's free will, that they have to stand in front of it and pass laws controlling other people and stopping them from living lifestyles which are not harmful to anyone other than the people living them, and that's only if you believe that these people are going to burn in hell for doing so. But even if you believe they are to burn in hell, it is not your place to deny them their free will. According to Scripture, as far as I know. So that's my challenge. Explain to me, please, what gives you the right to sit in judgment of your fellow man by your own beliefs? You know, thou shalt not cast the first stone and all that crap. Thou shalt not judge and all that crap. What gives you the right to try and control what everybody else does? What gives you the right to stand in front of that free will when it is not harmful to you? Or anyone for that matter. What gives you the right? Why is it your place despite what Scripture says? What makes you better than your own God, that you can ignore His commands so that you can cling to your stupid, ignorant bigotries and prejudices and act the way that you do? And this goes out to the moderates too. This even goes out to the churches that allow homosexual couples and homosexual church members and so forth. Because even if you allow it, you still hold to a text that promotes bigotry. Even if you personally have thrown that bigotry out, your religion has not. Your religion still clings to that bigotry. So please explain this to me. Tell me why I should not despair for the fate of mankind if we wind up in the hands of the religious. Because I truly do not see the difference between Christians in America and ISIS in the Middle East. Christians here may not be killing as many anymore, since they stopped killing abortion doctors and killing homosexuals outside of nightclubs, gay nightclubs. But they are still using every means within their power, be it legal or illegal, constitutional or unconstitutional, to attempt to force everyone to conform to their religious beliefs and morals. So explain this to me, please. Please do so. Because until or even if you can give me a reason within the Bible for you to act this manner, I still cannot respect you or your beliefs as long as you cling to these stupid bigotries, these uneducated stances, as long as you hold to willful ignorance. But explain it to me anyway, please, so that I can at least have a better understanding as to why you're the assholes that you are.